2 months into Gears 5's life cycle, and we're reaching the end of Operation 1. There's about 2 weeks left before Operation 2 starts, and here are just some things that I would like to see the Coalition add for Operation 2. Operations are basically seasons. This was the Coalition's way of giving its player base free content at a decent pace, and this included the Tour of Duty system and anything from characters to new game modes and even maps. Initially, the player base was pretty optimistic about this new system because it meant that we didn't have to pay for a season pass, or we didn't have to pay for map packs or, new characters. Operation 1 promised its player base over 40 customization options to unlock. The only problem is that 90% of those were banners, blood sprays, and marks. Basically, things that nobody cared about. This left a lot of people disappointed, and to the majority of the Gears 5 player base, they're seeing Operation 2 as what's either going to make or break Gears 5 as a game. The Coalition needs to prove that it is indeed listening to its fans, and it has to make the correct changes if it plans to keep its player base. Now, here are just some things that I would like to see in Operation 2 that I think could indeed improve the state of Gears 5 as a whole. First of all, I think the Tour of Duty system needs to be completely revamped. Not in the sense of how long it takes to earn tiers, because I personally completed the Tour of Duty system rather quickly. I know a lot of people complained about it at the start of the game, but I didn't see a problem with it. I thought the pacing was correct, but what needs to be revamped is the rewards you get. As I mentioned earlier, they promised over 40 customization unlocks, but the majority of that was just stuff that nobody cared about. I think they need to put more character skins and weapon sets, not just weapon skins for one or two weapons, but I think they need to include more weapon sets that, gives your entire weapons a skin, not just the loadout weapons, but I'm talking about the pickup weapons as well. I also want banners out of the Tour of Duty system. I don't think anybody cares about what kind of banner you have. Nobody that I know actually cares when they get top player and their banner is showed behind them. Nobody cares. I think they have to get rid of banners being a reward for reaching a certain Tour of Duty system. I think what they should replace the banner with should be scrap. At the moment, the only way to earn scrap is by getting a duplicate from the supply drop, and I think if they were to add scrap to the Tour of Duty system, that would make it a lot easier for people to level up their horde cards. The final change that I think the Tour of Duty system needs is that it should allow players to keep earning rewards even after they've reached the final rank in the Tour of Duty system. At the moment, once you reach the final rank, you can still keep earning stars, but they don't progress towards anything. They just kind of disappear. So there's no point in earning stars. I personally kind of stopped playing a lot after I reached max rank because there just wasn't any point to hop on and do my dailies anymore. So this is where I think that they can give players like small rewards for each rank after hitting the max level in Tour of Duty system. Something small like a small amount of scrap, maybe a spin at the supply drop, maybe even a booster, like half a day booster or something small like that. I think that would definitely improve the Tour of Duty system. The next big change that I would like to see in the upcoming operation is more characters. And not just more characters, but an easier way to unlock characters that doesn't require straight up buying them for 500 iron. In the latest operation, we were only given 4 characters. In Gears of War 4, whenever an update like this came around and they introduced characters, we got like dozens of new characters or skins. And not only did we get dozens of skins and characters per update, but you could purchase a lot of them relatively cheap with scrap, which in Gears 4 was way easier to earn than it is in Gears 5. In Gears 5, you can still buy skins with scrap, but the only way to get scrap, as I mentioned earlier, is to get duplicates from the supply drop. And that's it. You can't buy characters with scrap, you can only buy their skins, whereas in Gears 4, you could actually buy characters with scrap. So not only do I think they have to make the way you unlock new characters a lot easier, but I think they should introduce way more than 4. I know they're not going to get rid of the whole class system for Horde and Escape and giving each character a class in arcade quick play. I know they're not going to get rid of that, and that's the reason they keep saying that characters take a while to actually be ready, because they have to give each character a class. But I think a lot of us wouldn't mind if a lot of characters had like a similar class, because as it is right now, you can't have duplicate characters in Horde. So that just kind of, they're trying to do that because they don't want people to have the same class twice. But I don't think anybody cared if you gave the same character the same class, like 2 different characters. If that meant that we got more characters per operation, then I'd be totally down for that. And the last big change that I think Gears 5 needs in Operation 2 is way more maps. We didn't get a single new map in Operation 1. Like, I wouldn't consider the Gears 4 maps that were in the game from the start but only available in private matches. I wouldn't consider those new maps. They made them available a couple of weeks ago, but again, I wouldn't consider them new maps because first of all, they were already in the game, and second of all, they were just ports from Gears of War 4. And when I say new maps, I don't mean bringing back maps from previous games. I don't want Gridlock for the 5th time in a row. I know some people love Gridlock. I know it's a fan favorite, but I don't need Gridlock in Gears 5. I don't need Blood Drive. I don't want just maps being ported from previous games. I want new original maps. And I also don't want day and night cycled maps, okay? Just because you make the sun go away, it doesn't mean it's a new map. We saw that happen a lot in Gears 4, and I honestly thought it was one of the laziest excuses for introducing new maps to the game. And that's it. Those are the main 3 changes that I would like to see in Gears 5 when it comes to Operation 2. I want to see the Tour of Duty system revamped, or at least changed so that it actually feels rewarding with way less banners and blood sprays. I want to see new characters that are a lot easier to unlock and giving us more than just 4. And I want new maps. I want more than just 2 new maps, because in Gears of War 4, we got 2 maps per month. And in this case, each operation lasts, what was it, 12 weeks? So that's almost 2 months. So I want to see more than just 2 new maps, and I don't want them to be maps from old games. But those are my thoughts. I want to know what y'all think. What do y'all want to see from Operation 2? Let me know if you agree with some of my changes that I want. You know, leave that all in the comments below. But anyways, if you enjoy my content, please leave a like, subscribe, and hope y'all have a good one. Catch y'all next time.